Dear farmers, I want to thank you so much for always following our videos, always following work done by Robran Holdings, always following work done by myself, our viewers all over the world, those that are buying our products, thank you and thank you so much. Those that are buying our blocks like this one I'm holding, I think you've seen us transform a lot. So the product is very good. You can look at this block, and from the previous ones, thank you for walking the journey with us, and we are so happy. Don't be there with stunted goat kids, with stunted calves, with stunted lamb. These are the future of the farm. So Robran has come up with solutions with the best concentrates that provide the feeds that these animals do not find in the pastures when they go to feed, or that provide solutions that these farm animals will not get even in the planted pastures. Bring the nutrients to you that you don't find there, that may cause stunted growth. Of course, the block does a lot of work. You also find that animals will be getting on heat. When you are using our products, the animals will not be getting sick. Eventually the immunity is going to be built and it will become strong. And for that matter, I thank you so much for loving our products. So the previous video, we had looked at the establishment of the pastures and how it is supposed to be done. Now we are going into the actual investment. Of course, before you decide which pastures you're going to plant, you have already determined the system of grazing that you're going to use. You have looked at the land, which will also guide you on the same. Now you're also going to look at the area where you're going to establish the farm. There are areas where you find that milk prices are okay, and there are areas where you find that milk prices sometimes will go as low as 400, 500 shillings per liter. Now, if you're a new farmer and you want to establish a farm in such an area, and unless you're going to do numbers, and unless you're going to buy like 1,000 animals at a go, and you start a farm, it is most likely that you will not operate a dairy farm in a profit. The only way would be if you find yourself there and that's where you have land, you have to do things differently. Because normally the prices will drop to 500 when we are in the rainy season like now, which has started, and eventually the animals will get more pasture, they will eat and get satisfied, and they will increase the milk production. That milk production, because the farmers there are many, they're in large groups, the milk will be very high even for the companies that are buying this milk, hence the automatic drop in prices. However, in the same areas, there is a lot of potential in the times when the milk is not there, when it is shining. That's a period of July to September, because October it will start raining, then of course January to March. So those are around 6 months, so half of the period, they will be getting around 1,200. But the difference is, here animals are not having enough to eat. Some have faced a drought where even animals die. So if you want to establish, you have to be modern a bit, in a way that you're going to, one, have animals that can produce a reasonable amount of milk per animal. And 2, make sure that you have feeds all the time. You have hay, you have your silage ready. So when it is shining, you continue with the same production. Because production is always cut maybe by half, and then the milk is not there, hence the increase in prices. So that will be at that. You get the pastures, you make hay, you make silage, you store, and you come to Robran and buy the concentrates, the brocks. We have a very good concentrate called the milk booster, and so on and so forth. So the best areas would be the areas where the milk prices are okay, and minus the cattle corridors, the rest of the areas, the milk prices are good. The peri-urban dairy farmers, of course, the milk is good as long as you can access the feeds. We still have a challenge whereby we do not have people who have invested in feeds. So the best of feed is still offered at a high price, that if you feed the animals, because these are fed in large quantities, you will not be making a reasonable income. So you have to identify the areas where the milk prices are stable. That's very important. And number 2, I always advise beginners, you have to buy in-calf heifers. In-calf heifers, it means the animals that are going to give birth for the first time and they are pregnant. And in many cases, farmers have faced a challenge where they are lied to that animals are pregnant. I thank organizations like ULAS. They have a testing kit which you can test the blood of the animal and you're able to understand, I think, is it 28 days, 30 days or something, but it's there. So previously you would wait until it is over 3 months or 4 months, and then the vet has to touch in and feel, and then you know it is pregnant, which would have costed you a lot of time. So farmers who buy animals tend to be lied to, and they end up buying animals which are not pregnant, yet they thought they are pregnant. So for me, if I am buying, I buy the animals that are have entered the last trimester, and even the blind can know that the animal is pregnant. So here nobody is going to lie to me that the animal is pregnant. I will be seeing, and any layman can see that the animal is pregnant. And I buy heifers, because in buying cows, first of all, as I told you, the business is investmental. You're not looking at losing this animal 1, 2, 3 years. You want it to give you 5 calves before you let it go. So if it is a cow, you may not get these 5 calves. That's one. Number 2, they will lie to you that it has given birth twice, yet it has given birth thrice or 4 times. As the age continues, its energy has reduced, its milk production has reduced, its ability to give you good calves without stress, its immunity is down, is low. So the younger the animal, the better you're going to grow with this animal. It will keep increasing in milk production. You will utilize all its potential. Now that's a very good indicator that you have to look at. Buy in-calf heifers. We said you first prepare the feeds, and you have, and I believe 1, 2, 3, 4 months you're able to start getting some milk. Now you have to do the cores. Most of us are peri-urban dairy farmers. No, most of us are telephone farmers. We are doing other businesses, we have offices, and we have the farms as well. So this means we are not always at the farms. So if you are operating a farm where you're going to buy expensive animals, where you're going to buy pastures, where you're going to really invest. These days the ICT people have helped us. They have put up cameras which you can put, and you are observing on the camera, especially in the periods where they have to feed these animals. If they are indoors, you make sure you watch when they are feeding. You set the time when the animals should be fed. You see these people putting, you look at the animals, you see that they are satisfied, and you are happy with it, and that is very, very good. So you have to do it to make sure that the animals eat. Otherwise, they will tell you animals have ate and they will not give them feeds. Now, that's very, very important. They will tell you animals have been sprayed, and you look at these animals and you find that they are not spraying or they are not doing the right thing, hence ticks, hence tick resistance, and all the issues that come with that. You have to make sure you do vaccination for all the diseases that are supposed to be vaccinated, and you have a visiting vet. In some instances, you also have the first aid kits, some medicine that is on the farm, and the vet has trained someone where he will just call the vet and tell him the temperatures and how the animal is behaving, and they can give it first aid as the vet comes the next day. Otherwise, some of the animals may be lost within that period of time. So once you're trying to do these, we are trying to eliminate the risks. We are trying to eliminate the stress that the farmer may face along the way, which may cause you to abandon or to dislike the investment that you have made. So we have to look at those as very important points as we are looking at investing in our dairy farming. We are still on establishment stage, and I believe in our next video we are going to touch on the stabilization stage as we keep moving. I want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch our videos. I want to appreciate you for making this channel your home, that each time you can come and watch the videos and be sure that there is something you are going to learn from us. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that when we put up such educative videos, you can be there to get this information. I thank you so much.